Hey, what is up, Wolfpack? It's me, Cal here, and today I'm going to show you guys how to get the ITRA Burst Rifle Gold in Call of Duty Vanguard multiplayer. Quick and easy. I'm going to give you guys some tips and tricks and even a best class setup to help you out early on when you're using this gun in the beginning. This ITRA Burst is not too bad of a weapon, but it's not my favorite rifle, definitely not. But I did happen to drop a nuke with it in hardcore, and that's some of the background gameplay you're going to get to see here. So first things first is you're going to actually need to level up your weapon, of course, and I did make a video on how to level up any weapon in the game really fast. That's in the top card up above right now. Be sure to check that out if you need to. But let's get into the camo challenges to start things off. So first things first is you're going to have to get 400 eliminations, 100 headshots, and then 50 multi-kills. The multi-kills are basically just double kills or more, so that's not too bad. These three challenges should be pretty easy to do just while playing and leveling up your gun, and you should get them done in no time relatively. The next one is to get 5 kills without dying 30 times. And this one might take a little bit more effort, but, you know, I prefer to play Blitz Domination personally, where there's a lot of people running around, or Blitz any mode, realistically. Well, there's a lot of people running around, and you're able to pick people who are off guard. You can even play more defensive if you're kind of bad at the game, or I do recommend going into Hardcore, as this gun's going to one-burst pretty much anything in Hardcore, and that's going to help you out if you're kind of, you know, a lesser player having a rough time. So last up in the first row of camos is to get 100 long shot kills. And this is actually pretty easy, I'd say, with this gun. It's a lot more difficult in core because it's going to take multiple bursts at range, even no matter what barrel pretty much. So I do highly recommend going into hardcore, slapping on like a 2x scope or a 3x scope, and in the background you can see kind of some of the long shots I was making on some of the maps. Next up, probably the most terrible thing in the bane of my existence is to get 100 point blank kills. Now, I didn't really focus on this too much right when I first unlocked it. You can if you want to, but you just have to get close, try to flank enemies and barrel stuff them from behind, usually using something like Ninja or Ghost to get up close without being heard or seen. Besides that, another great strat is to just wait around corners for people to walk by and then, you know, push against them and then shoot them in the back. But I will get back to the point blanks, just give me one moment. But next up, we have to get 250 eliminations with 10 attachments equipped. So that's pretty standard, pretty normal. Just make sure you're maxed out on attachments. Now, with the next challenge, we can kind of tie this in with the point blanks, and that is to get 100 hipfire kills with the Immerito 180mm barrel, the 8mm Clauser 12-round fast mags, and the body SSI skeletal stock. So you just have to have those three attachments equipped. You can have any other attachments else you want on your gun, and you have to get hipfire kills. So you could just kind of crouch and stand still, and it's going to lessen your hipfire spread, and you could get kills at range, but not too far of range, of course. These attachments that you're going to be using, though, will be tightening your hipfire spread by a lot, so that's helpful as well, just simply using these attachments. Now, I did kind of pair this with point blanks. You kind of have to get up close and personal to get hipfire kills, and I ended up just actually completing my point blank kills while trying to do these hipfire kills, and I eventually, you know, ended up finishing the hipfire kills, though. After that, you're going to have to get 100 aim down sight kills with the Perfetto 140mm Rapida barrel, the body SMI adjustable stock, and the Surveil proficiency. This was pretty self-explanatory, just get kills while aiming down sights. Now, the last set of camos for this gun is actually really interesting. You have to get 100 quickscope kills with the 6.5mm Secura 20-round mags, the body DII grip stock, and the quickscope proficiency. So you don't have to have a scope on, you just have to aim and kill an enemy within about a second after aiming down sights. So I'd assume this would be really easy to do in hardcore because you could just snap on people and shoot them dead right there. In core, I did do this in core though, and what ended up happening is I had to aim and then burst, and then let go of aiming, and then aim again and burst again, like almost immediately after aiming. And that's how I managed to get this done in just a few games time. But once you've done all that, you will now have gold camo unlocked for the ITRA Burst. But with that said, let's hop into some of our best class setups. Alright, starting off, I got the G28 compensator, just that first one that's going to help you out a bit. The first barrel also is going to help you out a lot. You know, it decreases hipfire accuracy, but this is just for your first, you know, kind of starting off challenges until you unlock more. I also really like the slate reflector, but, you know, that's all personal preference. But when I was doing long shots, you can go to something like the 2.5 times, or something that doesn't give off scope glint, like the 4 times, or, you know, something like that, 3.5 times, stuff like that. I also use the body SSI skeletal stock for the most part, until, you know, unlocking a better stock that would help me with range kills and recoil. I also have the Carver foregrip, just to help a bit with recoil control and a bit with hipfire accuracy. Didn't really need that though. And then for the magazines, I really don't like only 12 rounds, but I did start off using that just to try it out a bit, and eventually I upgraded to the 32 round mags until I had to eventually go to the 20 round mags for a challenge, and I ended up actually kind of liking the 20 round mags. It increases your fire rate, and I think that's actually one of the better kind of magazine attachments. As for the ammo type, which is something early on that's good, is probably frangible. And then the rubber grip, just the first kind of grip you can get. And the quickscope proficiency is actually pretty good. It's going to help you out when using this gun. And, you know, the other ones aren't going to help too much besides focus when you get to that, or sleight of hand. I do recommend those as well. As for the kits, I'm just going to go with surplus for that extra kill XP. But, you know, this really doesn't matter too much. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Let me know what you guys think of the ITRA Burst in the comments down below. Also, one final tip, if you're having trouble with point blanks on any guns, I do recommend just waiting until shipment comes out for the point blanks on your weapons, because that's going to make things a lot easier. Shipment is a very tiny map. But thank you all for tuning in. If you guys enjoyed or found this useful, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe for more, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.